All right, folks, listen, this is a live stream, and I'm just going to be showing some stuff that I've shown before. And if you're new to the channel, you know, this might be new for you, but I'm just going to be showing a few things that I've shown before and also talk about some of the things that happened um, around June 11th this year, like predictive programming stuff. But again, folks, listen, throughout the years that I've been predicting this event, I told you I've been predicting the same two events: June 11th, the Washington State event, and August 4th, Trump had one in Ohio. And every single time, there's always some predictive programming around those dates that connect to what I'm talking about could happen, right? And hold on. And just real quick, I want to show you guys something I show a lot in my videos, that the June 11th Washington State event. I told you this is a map of Washington State, okay? Uh, we're going to be focusing on this area right here. Forget about what it says right there, but this is the image of it, like just the outline of it. But look, this is a closer image of it, okay? So so this is uh, probably where ground zero is going to be when June 11th gets struck. You know, and this is King County area over here. And but this is what I want you to focus on is this is Elvis's head. Okay, there's people walking by my window. Hold on. Anyway, so this is Elvis's head right here. You see his hair starts way up here. Then this is the front of his face, and this is his chin. This is his neck. This is the back of his head. And how you know it's him? Look, it's his side profile. You see how his hair is way up here? That's his side profile. That's it right there. That's Elvis's head. And they were calling this place the chop zone in Seattle. See, during the pandemic, they were calling it the chop zone. And by the way, chop equals 42. Elvis died at the age of 42, and Washington is the 42nd state, you know? And Elvis was known as the King. Seattle's in King County. Anyway, and also Trump's going to get his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. That's my other prediction. And he lives in Florida, and this is Florida right here, and it looks just like his head. Florida looks like Trump's hair. So you put this on Trump's head, it would look just exactly like his hair. And it also looks like a pistol because he's going to get a head wound on August 4th. Now, whether it's going to be this year or next year, I'm not sure, but it's 100% that on August 4th. And it's going to be in Ohio. And like I said, the June 11th event is the Washington State event, which is the Elvis head wound that Washington gets. It basically, um, it's the Apple logo. You know the Apple logo, how it has a bite taken out of it, the Apple logo. And why am I bringing up the Apple logo? Because what state is known as the Apple state?
According to Washington state legislature, Washington is the nation's top apple producing state, so it is appropriate.
So that's why they're known as the Apple state, Washington. And that's why you have the when was the Apple logo with the bite put into circulation?
According to Luca.
See, look, it says Apple started in 1976, but the 1977 logo featured today's bitten apple shape. See? 1977, the bitten apple. And that's the year Elvis died. That year, Elvis died on August 16th, 1977. And that same year, on June 11th, there was a horse called Seattle Slew that won the Triple Crown, the most prestigious thing a horse can do in horse racing, which is to win the Triple Crown. Okay? Because that's what this whole thing's about, is that there's a crown that's up for grabs, and that's why, because Lucifer lost his crown. That's why there's a crown up for grabs, and that's what this whole thing's about. Um, and Elvis is trying to be like God. That's why he's basically making himself God, and having three crowns, like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And so a horse called Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died. And Seattle Slew won that Triple Crown on June 11th. And what does Seattle Slew mean? Slew, it means to violently kill. It's the past tense of the word slay. So they're going to violently destroy Seattle. Seattle Slew. And that was June 11th. He won the Triple Crown the same year Elvis died in 1977. The Apple logo was 1977. Okay? Because it's telling you there's a bite is going to be taken out. Okay? A head wound. It's going to get a wound, the Apple State, Washington. Okay? Don't you understand that? What I'm showing you? Anyway, so and I forgot there was somewhere I was going with this. The Apple logo, the head wound. Oh well. Now I can't remember. There was something. There was somewhere I was going with this. Anyway, um, so Lucifer. See, Elvis represents Lucifer. What Lucifer was in heaven, because he was adored by the other angels, and he was a musician in heaven, and he was so uh, beautiful, and he sounded beautiful, that people thought that he thought he was God, and the other angels thought he was God. The ones who had who were you know who were not obeying God, obviously, because if you obeyed God, you would never fall for anyone else. Anyway, so Lucifer and his angels went to war against God, and God tossed them out. And so basically, Elvis is the representation of what Lucifer was and what he became, which is Satan. Okay, Elvis is Satan, and um, and when Lucifer lost his crown in heaven, okay, because that's what happened. Yeah, I'm going to talk about what happened around June 11th. Hold on. So um, so when Lucifer lost his crown in heaven, he lost his 19 crown. What does that mean? Because he was 74, Lucifer. Lucifer equals 74. Jesus equals 74. Jesus created Lucifer. And he gave him a perfect name, because Jesus is perfect. Jesus has a perfect name. Jesus created Lucifer. Lucifer was created perfect. That's why he gave him a perfect name. Jesus gave Lucifer a perfect name. So when Lucifer was thrown out, he lost his crown. So he no longer has that name. He lost his crown, and no longer is 74 what Lucifer equals, and he became Satan, which equals 55. So he lost 19. He lost 19, from 55 to 74 is 19. He lost his 19 crown. And that's what that whole corona was about. Corona means crown in Spanish, like coronation, get it? Corona means crown. And I was telling everybody that Lucifer lost his 19 crown when he became Satan. This is before the crown 19 came out. I was saying that Lucifer lost his 19 crown. Then they bring out the 19 corona sickness. And I come to find out that corona means crown. So I told everybody, and we were talking about how Lucifer lost his crown. Elvis is Lucifer. And uh and um man, what's wrong with me? I can't think of what. So anyway, so when the sickness came out, the very first place in America that was hit. Oh, I was going to say that I was talking about Seattle being struck, and somehow it connects to Elvis. I was showing all that before the 19 crown in came out, and I was saying that Lucifer lost his 19 crown. Then the first time the 19 crown comes to America, it's in Seattle. All right. I've talked about this already for years, ever since it came out. But the first time the 19 crown came to America, it was in Seattle. First death was in King County. First outbreak was in King County. The first person to take the clinical trials for the injection was a woman from Seattle. Her name was Jennifer Haller. Okay? And the first famous person to get the Crown 19 sickness was Tom Hanks. And what was Tom Hanks doing? He was filming the Elvis movie when he got it. Do you not see how it's so connected perfectly? Because I was telling everyone that Elvis is connected to the 19 crown because he was connected to Lucifer. They bring out the 19 crown after I'm talking about it, and then because for the people who are new, you don't know this information because everyone who was with me at the time saw all of this manifesting because they deleted my I've had 41 channels deleted. So what you're seeing is like because ever since that 19 crown came out, they deleted my channel because I was talking, I was going against that 19 crown stuff. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yeah, I see your comments. Anyway, so Tom Hanks is connected to Elvis big time. Almost every movie there's an Elvis connection. Like Castaway was Elvis connections everywhere. I've shown all of it, but it got all taken down by YouTube. You know, um, I had over 2,000 videos on my old channel just by Elvis and the Trump connections that got taken down. But anyway, what was I saying now? I can't remember. Anyway, so that whole 19 crown was about Lucifer and Elvis and Satan. Okay, that Corona 19. So now that they got the Corona, and by the way, they had it everywhere. At that same time, what did they have going out? They had the Black Lives Matter stuff, and lives is the word Elvis. Lives, lives, Levi's, evils is Elvis. It's an anagram. So when they were saying Black Elvis matters, Black Lives Matters, they were really saying it's the dark Elvis because Elvis came as an angel of light to the people, but really it's all about his twin because he had a twin that supposedly died at birth, and it's all about the dark twin because he was the light twin, now the dark twin, and the dark twin's all about death and destruction, and that's why when they moved Elvis's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, what they left at where his star used to be is a black star. There's only a black star. Get it? The dark Elvis. It was Elvis's star, and they moved it. Now it's the black star, the dark Elvis, and um, Elvis had a song called Black Star, and the movie was called Black Star, but they changed it to Flaming Star. They changed the original name from Black Star to Flaming Star. And that's why David Bowie's connected to it. David Bowie is born on Elvis's birthday. Everything to do with everything's connected to Elvis. Elvis is the source of everything. Yes, that's exactly what it is. That this 19 sickness it's either it was either a test run and a precursor for it, or it's going to be in conjunction with what the mark is. You understand? It's going to have something to do with the mark eventually. But what are you talking about? Me get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for what? Anyway, um, my star is going to be in heaven. Yeah, no, not Super Trump now. No, maybe later in the video I'll play it. Um, anyway, so I was just going through some stuff just to let you know how everything's connected to Elvis, every single thing. All right, and in my future videos. By the way, you're going to be seeing me do all these reset videos because that's what this whole thing's about. If it wasn't for the reset coming this year, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even be doing videos anymore about this. But because I know that this was their goal at the reset, if there was no reset angle on this prediction right now, I wouldn't even be doing it anymore. That's why I know that this is what their goal was. This whole time, that the goal was to get to the reset, which is the 45. It ends at the 45. That's the reset. And you guys don't know what I'm talking about, but you will. All right. It all has to do with the 2020. Well, it was 24, 25, but which is also the 44, 45, and Trump is the 44, 45 president, and it ends at the 45. That's where the crescendo comes. Okay. And um, the climax. And like I said, if it wasn't for that, um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It starts at the 225. All right. That's where the beginning of the reset is. And then after that, it just, progresses more and more. It's going to be a quick progression after that. But um, anyway, so if it wasn't for this reset, I wouldn't be doing any more videos. Because like I said, everything has fit perfectly up to this point. So what would make it not fit perfectly this year? So there's no point in me doing videos because it's going to fit perfectly again. But the difference is it's a reset connection. That's what I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be showing all the reset connections. I'm going to be going through all the 666 connections again with Elvis, all the connections uh, to Satan, to Lucifer, to the 666, and to the Antichrist. That's going to be my focus mainly in my videos, the reset and all that other things I just said. Nobody has the connections. Nobody, not a single person except for Elvis has the connections that I've shown that connect to Lucifer, Lucifer, Satan, 666, and the Antichrist. Only Elvis fits every single one of those pieces. I'm talking about hundreds of pieces, not one or two. All right, nothing like that. Where people are trying to show with other people, you know, being the Antichrist. No, Elvis is the Antichrist. Trump is the image of the Antichrist. Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh. They're mocking God. Okay. Elvis is the real Antichrist. Trump is the Antichrist in the flesh. Just like Jesus was God in the flesh and the Father in heaven. You understand the Holy Spirit? That's what this is all about. The Father, the Holy Spirit, the Father, the Son. It's a mockery of God. And anyway, so what happened on June 11th? No, around June 11th this year. All right. Um, so check this out. Because you know that Washington's in the Northwest, right? Uh, you had a guy, a basketball player with the number 44 he would wear, and he is the logo. Speaking of logos, he was the NBA logo, the dude. His name is Jerry West, and I told you that the furthest northwest state is Washington, and they and Jerry West. Listen, he's an old dude. I know that's why it's not a big deal. But the point is, he died right around June 11th. I'm not sure exactly what, but right around there. And West, they're telling you the West is going to die. Okay. And he's from West Virginia. West Virginia is the WV, which is connected to the 45, and JW's initials is 33, Jerry West. But listen to what I'm saying. The West is connected to and he wore the number 44. 44 is the word kill. Kill equals 44, and it also equals the word anti, and that's what this is all about. The West is connecting to the Northwest, Just like Kanye West, who was born in 1977, the same year Elvis died, and the same year Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. He was born in 1977, and he named his daughter Northwest, and that's furthest state. Northwest is Washington, and he's married to an Armenian. I'm Armenian, and I told you the Beirut bombing happened in Beirut. I mean the Beirut explosion, the biggest explosion we've ever seen. And I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. Like I said, and I'm Armenian, and you have Armenian connections a lot too, and that's why Keanu Reeves was born in Beirut, Lebanon. The guy who broke the Matrix in the movie, he was born 2 days before me in Beirut, Lebanon. We were born at the same hospital at the same time. He was there. He was at the same hospital as me. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, so around June 11th, you had Jerry West, who wore the number 44, dying. You have the West connection, right? And he was the NBA logo. They used his figure as the logo. And Jesus was the logos, the word, right? And that's a biblical, it's like a Hebrew word or something. I'm not sure, or Greek words. I don't know what I'm saying. I told you, folks, I'm not like a biblical scholar. I just read the Bible only one time, but I read verses here and there. But I'm not even sure that's. I think it's a Greek word, right? Somebody straighten me out on this, will you? I don't know. My brain's not working right now. And anyway, so what was I bringing up? Oh, so the Jerry West thing, right? Hold on. So besides the Jerry West thing, what else happened? You had the Russian submarines. You had Russian submarines coming in. You had Russian submarines coming in. All right. Hold on, folks. So you had Russian submarines coming in, and into off the coast of Florida, which near Cuba, and it was nuclear submarines, and they were doing drills. So you have the nuclear connection around June 11th. They were on their way there on June 11th, and they pulled into the dock, I think, on June 12th. But it doesn't matter. It's right around June 11th. So you had nuclear talk around June 11th, okay? And there was also flooding near Florida, connecting water. And I told you that water is connected to Elvis. Elvis equals water in gematria. Elvis equals reset. Because how did God reset the earth? With the water, with flood. And right around that time, Florida was flooding, big time. So again, it's because it was right off the coast of Florida. So they're giving you flooding nukes. And that's exactly what I was telling you, that probably it's going to be with nuke. When I say nuke, folks, I don't believe in nukes. I'm talking about explosives. They're going to put explosives all across the state of Washington. And then somehow it's going to cause collateral damage. I mean, like it's going to a bunch of cataclysm. I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. Back to back catastrophes, and it could last a few days. It might be an earthquake, a flood. First the nuke, then the earthquake, then the flood, a volcano. Who knows? It might be 3 days of it from June 11th to June 14th, Trump's birthday. You might have all this, stuff happen, right? Hold on, folks. And so just think about that. You had the new connection with the submarines right off the coast of Florida, and then you had flooding with Florida. It's telling you. It's just the exact opposite. And who lives in Florida? Trump. You know? Anyway, so then you also had this connection, which is beyond incredible. Um, the I played you a video of some dude. Let me see if I remember what video it is. This dude, his name is um, Juan O'Savin. He's some dude who's into the Q. He's like one of the top guys at Q. Um, Hold on, let me see if I can bring up that video. What video is it? Is it this one at the 5 minute mark? Let me see. Hold on. 2016, he was 70 and 222. It's his head wound. And give me a second. And today's 6'4". Anyway, why am I bringing? Yeah. No, that's not it. Let's see if it's this one. It's it. Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make close to saying that. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but in the man, I wish I could remember where I showed it. The heck, man? Was it this one? I just want to make sure you guys heard that. Oh yeah, here it is. It was a done deal. They couldn't believe it when you didn't win, that they didn't get that fraud through. Here it comes. Put up many of their operations. By now, you'd have had a nuke event in Seattle. You'd have had a biological followed by a radiological down on Wilshire Boulevard in California. It screwed with all of their operations. She was going to win. It was a done deal. They couldn't believe it when she didn't win, that they didn't get that fraud through. Here it comes. Put up many of their operations. By now, you'd have had a nuke event in Seattle. You'd have had a biological. So this dude, he came on some dude's show, and guess what day it was? June 11th this year. June 11th this year, a couple of days ago. It was on June 11th. He goes on some dude's show, and this is the head guy at Q, like one of the top dogs there. And his name is Juan O'Savin. He goes on somebody's show on June 11th saying there was a nuke, that it stopped a nuke attack on Seattle. What in the hell? Like, why? Why is he mentioning Seattle? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's really weird. And wasn't the attack on, those people in the Middle East, the chosen ones, wasn't it on 10/7? That's like 107, and his name is Juan O'Savin. 107, Juan O'Savin, 10/7, get it? Anyway, forget about that. The point is that it's there's people walking by my window. Hold on. So the point is they're talking about nukes hitting Seattle on June 11th. Yeah, it's ridiculous. His name is ridiculous. It's mockery, whatever his stupid name is. Anyway, so you have that. Okay, now here is another thing that I didn't mention that had happened. I know there was something else. Oh, I mentioned the Dr. Oz thing. Just, you want to watch that video? I put it up there yesterday. You can watch that Dr. Oz, what happened with him, which connected to Trump's head wound. I'm not going to talk about that here. And I forgot to mention that I was trying to mention that they started to demolish that Stoneman Douglas, that thing that happened on Valentine's Day, that shooting. And I told you that Valentine's Day is the 45th day of the year. That was connected to Trump's head wound, that shooting. They were demolishing it on Trump's birthday. Started. the demolition. Well, you know, whatever, they were taking down some parts of the building. You know what shooting I'm talking about. In back in 2018, it was at a high school, and the reason I bring that up because the guy who they highlighted the most in there looks like me, and he was the dad of one of the guys who was killed, one of the kids, and the kid was 17, and he was born on August 4th. And I told you Trump's gonna get his head wound on August 4th in the 17th state, and he was killed on the 45th day of the year. 214 Valentine's Day is 45th day of the year, and Trump's gonna get his head one on the 45th day of the year. You get it? I mean, Trump's the 45th president, gonna get his head one on August 4th, and in the 17th state. And the kid was 17 years old, born on August 4th, and 214 is normally the 45th day of the year. It's always the 45th day of the year. What am I talking about? And Trump's the 45th president, get it? Yeah, listen, I'm going to give you that answer, and just let me finish this. Ask me the question about what you're asking about after I'm done showing. Just make sure you remember to ask, and make sure you ask right away. Don't wait till I'm about to end the video. But let me finish what I'm trying to show here. So anyway, and the guy looks like me, his dad, the dad who's the most outspoken person. He has the exact beard, his hair's in ponytail and everything. Anyway, so here's what I forgot to show. First of all, I told you guys, if you guys saw my video about how Atlanta connects to this, because Martin Luther King was born in Atlanta, and Atlanta has the ATA, the ATTA. I'm not going to get into that. You aren't not going to understand if you're new. But I was telling everybody how MLK is connected to this because um, because of his death date and where he was killed. MLK connecting to Elvis, and that he's now named after the King County in where Seattle is, and that's why they're going to destroy it. It's all about just destroying the king, right? And because Elvis is known as the king, and um, MLK was born in Atlanta. They had a bus that was hijacked. Okay, first of all, I told you Elvis equals Elvis. He died at age 42, and Washington's the 42nd state. The word bus equals 42, right? Watch. They hijacked the bus, okay, in Atlanta, and they hijacked it. Watch this. Hold on. What was the date of the bus hijacking in Atlanta? What was the date of the bus hijacking in Atlanta?
According to Fox 5 Atlanta, bus hijacked after downtown shooting. Greer was reportedly near the scene of a shooting that left 3 people and the suspected shooter wounded at Peachtree Center in downtown Atlanta on the afternoon of June 11th before he hijacked a bus near 45 Ivan Allen Jr. Boulevard Northeast. 17 people were on the bus at the time. So you have the 45 connection, the 17, and June 11th. So you have a connection to both. You know, my predictions. The June 11th is the Washington State, then you have the 45, which also connects to this puzzle. I'm not going to get into that right now, but it's all about the 45 to both predictions. But Trump is the 45th president. He's going to get his head one in Ohio, the 17th state. So you see that? So this bus hijacking was connected to this. And you know that movie Speed, right? The movie Speed had a bus hijacking, right? And you know what they were saying? That the bus had to make sure it didn't go under 50 miles an hour. But really, they kept the bus going at 55 the whole time. And you know, the word Satan equals 55, right?
So they had the bus going at 55 the whole time in that movie, I think, right? Hold on. So you had that 45 connection. You know what I need to do is look up who Ivan Allen is. I want to see who that is. Who is Ivan Allen Jr.?
According to Wikipedia, Ivan Ernest Allen Jr. was an American businessman
He
who...
was born in 1911. Other than that, I don't see anything. He was some, I guess he was a mayor or something. Anyway, he's nobody. But it says 45. 45 Ivan Allen. I guess it was near 45. That's what's weird, that why'd they mention that? Anyway, so the suspected hijacker was named Joseph Greer. But you know what's interesting is that it happened on 6/11, and the reason I'm mentioning that because the movie Speed had to do with a bombing, right? A bomb was gonna go off if they didn't keep going, right, and make sure it stayed at over 50 miles an hour, right? But they kept, there was a red dot telling the bus they has to stay at 55, and that red dot supposedly in that movie, I guess it's a flashing red dot or something. The reason that was because those buses back then would have the light would tell them that they were going too fast or something. I don't know at 55. I'm not sure because I don't remember anything about the movie. I'm just reading what it said, and but that the 55 mile per hour law on freeways, I think it got repealed in 1995, and the 95 is connected to this year. I'm not going to get into that, but it's connected to this year, next year. But listen to this: the movie Speed. Look at when the date it came out because it was about a bus hijacking, right? When was the movie Speed released?
In the United States of America, Speed was released on June 10th, 1994.
Look at that. One day before June 11th. Do you see that? June 10th, 1994. And I told you I was born on 9/4, but it was a leap year, so it landed on the 9/5 day. But hold on. Anyway, and Keanu Reeves was in that. And the Keanu Reeves was in the Beirut. He was born in Beirut, Lebanon, the Beirut explosion. I was born in Beirut. I told you he was born 2 days before I was in the same hospital. We were at the same place at the same time. Anyway, how you know Keanu Reeves is connected to this? All right. Keanu Reeves, his middle name is Charles, right? And so if you put Keanu Charles Reeves into the calculator, look what it equals. Why I'm showing this, you'll see why in a moment. Give me a second here. Look, so his full name, see Keanu Charles Reeves. Look what his full name equals, the total. Look at that, 666. And why am I showing this? You'll see in a moment. But look, his full name equals 666. So let me show you how he connects to the 666, all right? And why he was being used in the first place because he's a horrible actor. And he has good presence on screen, but he's a horrible actor. They can make anyone an actor, folks, and they can make anyone fall in love with you. You know what I mean? They can make you hot, even when you're not. You get what I'm saying? So the name Reeves, folks, listen. I can prove to you that it connects to a 666. Watch. So Reeves, watch. Hold on. First of all, Reeves, the name Reeves, okay? Look what it equals, okay? Pay attention. It equals 7429, 8834. And yes, it equals 162, 63, 225. Because, June 11th is 162nd, 163rd day of the year on leap year. And look at that. The total is 225. And next year is 2025. But look, forget all about that. Look at this, 74 and 29, 88, 34. That's all I want you to remember for Reeves. 74, 29, 88, 34. Look. First of all, it equals this, all right? And you'll see why this is important in a moment. It equals this, which is no big deal at the moment, but I just want you to see it. It equals the same as this word, 7429, 8834. 7429, 8834, okay? So Reeves equals that word. You know what word I'm talking about, this word, right? And then what else does it equal? See, this is where the 666 comes in. Look. See? So DCLXVI equals the exact same. 7429, 8834. DCLXVI. What is DCLXVI? What is DCLXVI? It's the 666 in Roman numerals. So 666 in Roman numerals. So 666 in Roman numerals equals the word Reeves. So Reeves equals 666. Reeves connects to the DCLXVI, which is 666, also connected to JEWISH. So, and I told you Keanu Charles Reeves, his full name, the total was 666, remember? And his name Reeves connected to the DCLXVI, which is 666 in Roman numerals, right? And how you know that for sure Reeves, they know that Reeves equals 666. It connects to the DCLXVI. You know how you know for sure they know this? Because guess where the 666 area code used to be? Was the 666 area code in Reeves, Louisiana? Look at that. It says, yes, the 666 area code was once I can't read that. What does it say? Used in Reeves, Louisiana. You see that? Let me make it bigger. Look at that. 666 area code, Reeves, Louisiana. And think about what I'm telling you there. All right? Well, you think that's a coincidence that they did that? There's no way. Right? And yes, it connects to the Superman, which connects to the S crown, the 19. S is the 19th letter. And they say that Superman, the guy who played the original, not the original, what's his name? Christopher Reeve, but they took out the S of his name. It's Reeves. But even if it wasn't, everyone thinks it was Reeves, right? And the S is the 19 crown. So Reeves lost his 19 crown. Get it? Because Reeves equals 74. Take out the S. It's the 19 crown he lost, became 55. Because Reeve equals 55 without the S. You see what I'm saying? And Satan equals 55. So he lost his S crown, the 19 crown, which I was explaining earlier if you were watching. So just like the word evil, evil without the S, right? Because it would be Elvis. Elvis needs his Elvis needs the crown too. So it's evil with an S, evils, right? Is Elvis. Anyway, the point is that Reeves was a 666 area code, and how else does it connect? This is in Louisiana, and Elvis was born on 1/8. What number state is Louisiana?
18th state.
You see
According
that?
to U.S. Census Bureau.
Elvis was born on 1/8, and it's the 18th state. Another sheer coincidence, Well, Elvis is represented as Superman. You know, I mean, that's how he got his look from comic heroes like Superman. And oh man, what was I gonna say? Yeah, Elvis's name is El, means God, and the VI is six in Roman numerals. The S means more than one. So he's the God of sixes. That's what Elvis's name means. God sixes. And if you still look how, like I said, look how perfect the puzzle is. So where was the 24th Super Bowl?
According to collectibles.
Was the 24th Super Bowl in Louisiana?
According to Wikipedia, NFL owners voted to award Super Bowl 24 to New Orleans, Louisiana on March 14th.
Look at this. Look at this. So they decided to give that 24th Super Bowl, and the reason I'm bringing this up, you'll see it, to Louisiana, which is the 18th state, and Elvis was born on 1/8, right? And look at this. The meetings were held, it says, in Phoenix. So you have the Phoenix connection with the Phoenix Rising. It happened on 1/8. Listen to this. It happened on 1/8. It happened in the 18th. The Super Bowl was in the 18th state. Elvis was born on 1/8. And that was the first time the score was ever this score. Okay? And you remember what the score was? Look at this. So this is what this is what Satan equals, 55-10, right? What was the score of Super Bowl 24? Look at that. 55-10. 55-10. So Satan equals 55-10, and that was the only time ever that the Super Bowl was that score, was in the Louisiana. Louisiana's the 18th state, which I've been showing you here. And guess how old Elvis was during that Super Bowl? What date was the 24th Super Bowl? The date was, look, January 28, 1990. Elvis is born on 1/8. So Elvis's birthday in 1990 came first, before the Super Bowl. So Elvis turned. How old was Elvis in 1990? It won't say. When was Elvis's 55th birthday? It won't tell you. Elvis was 55 years old. Elvis was 55 years old the day the Super Bowl was in the 18th state. He's born on 1/8, and it was the score was 55-10, which is Satan. All right, and Elvis was 55, just like Trump was 55 when 9/11 happened. And do you understand how impossible these connections are? Okay. How is 1/8 like 128? Who are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Because that's not what I said. I said Louisiana is the 18th state. It happened in the 18th state. Elvis was born on 1/8. I said. Elvis was born before that date. The Super Bowl was on 128. I said his birthday came before that Super Bowl. So Elvis turned 55 before that Super Bowl. That's what I was saying. I wasn't talking about the what the date connection was. Yeah, I could show that chart. Yeah, exactly, Joe. Yeah, I could show that chart also where Elvis is connected to the 666, but I'm not going to even bother. It's pointless to go through all of it, man. I have so much so many connections. It's beyond ridiculous, man. It's beyond unbelievable. Like folks, I could just go on and on with the connections with Elvis to Satan, Elvis to Lucifer. Because look, the words "the king," because that's what Elvis was known as, the king. The words "the king" is almost exactly the same as Lucifer. It's only one number off. Lucifer equals 74, 38, 115, 43. The king equals 74, 38, 115, 34. The only difference is the 43 and the 34. That's it. So almost every single number is the same for Lucifer and the king. Yeah, that's right, Cohen. The devil in disguise. That's funny, yeah. Yeah, because that's what his song was, Devil in Disguise. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I remember that now. Something about the Superman in the movie Neo. I mean, somebody was saying that. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. I remember somebody saying something like that in the Matrix. Do your Superman thing. Yeah. Sounds very familiar. All these connections equate to what? I already told you what it equates to. It equates to Elvis is Satan. Okay? Trump is the image of the beast because Elvis is the beast. He is the beast out of the sea, Revelation on June 11th in state of Washington. Now, like I said, he's the unseen Antichrist. He is the real one. Trump is the image. He's the twin Antichrist. And he's the Antichrist in the flesh, just like Jesus was God in the flesh, but Jesus is God. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is the same as what Elvis is doing. Okay? And you're going to see a third wheel to this charade. You have Elvis, Trump, then you're going to see a third wheel. Is it going to be Obama? Is there going to be somebody else? I don't know. Is it going to be his vice president? Trump's vice president. I don't know who the third wheel is going to be, but Elvis is the top dog. Trump is the second because he's the twin Antichrist. So whoever worships Trump worships Elvis. Whoever worships Elvis worships Trump. It's the same thing because Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. That's why the Twin Towers fell. Okay, it's a perfect puzzle, folks. If you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, like I said, we're just going to endure to the end because I know it's going to happen. All right, it's 100%.
it's going to happen. Not 99%, not 50. It's 100% it's going to happen. The question was what year? That was all the unanswered question left. All right. My goodness. Listen, folks, to anybody has half a brain in here, do you think that I'm perfect? I mean, do you understand if I was that perfect, what would that make me? If I was that perfect, where I can tell you, okay, it's going to happen in this place, it involves these people. And I'm literally giving you 99% of the puzzle. It's just one thing I don't know. And you guys are wanting to throw stones at me. Not all of you. Obviously, you guys are, the people who have eyes to see and ears to hear. But the other people are just, you guys are nuts. Do you understand? I'm giving you like literally every piece of the puzzle except for the one piece that I didn't know. And God did not reveal that to me because he wanted me to calculate the number of the beast. That's what this whole thing's about. For me to calculate what's going on. And that's what I've done. And I'm going to do it again this year. There's going to be the last year that I calculate anything. When I say last year, I mean up into next year. 2025 will be the last year. I won't be doing this in 2026. All right. I mean, I might be on YouTube, but I won't be doing no calculations about this. Anyway, listen, folks, whoever's in the chat, just ignore the troll. Let me get rid of him. Hold on. Don't talk to the trolls. I'm just going to, I'll delete them. They're just trying to distract the chat. Anyway, Johnny Cash was not equal to Elvis. Johnny Cash loved Elvis. and Johnny Cash has the JC initials, For Jesus Christ. No, I'll be on YouTube as long as they leave me on here. But I'm saying I won't be doing these calculations because it's pointless after next year. Because next year is the reset. I told you that 2024 and 2025 was the reset years. And other than that, there would be no reason for me to recalculate everything because every calculation is going to be perfect again because it has to be. In order for this magic, this numerical magic that they're doing, in order for it to work, every single piece has to fit perfectly. And that's what they're doing. It's coming to a climax, to a crescendo. It's coming to the apex. Anyway, yeah, the gold statue of Elvis in Israel. That's right. I was the first one to show that on YouTube. I'm talking about to the truth community. What? What are you talking? What is this haircut that you're talking about? What? I don't even know what you're talking about. Something about banning a haircut. What in the hell? Anyway, All right, folks, I'm done. I'm exhausted, man. Like I said, I could just keep going on and on with all the connections. Yeah, Teresa, that'd be funny. Someone put a gold statue. No, that ain't never gonna happen. I reject that. I don't want no statues of me anywhere. I told you my treasures are in heaven. I want nothing from this world. What? Cohen, that's so funny. His mother was a mother. His father was a mother. His mother was a mother. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. There's so much, folks. Like I said, yeah, I'll look at it later. I'm just too tired to even look up anything right now. My brain is, I'm serious, my brain is shutting down. Um, that's why earlier I couldn't even remember the logos, what that language it was from. My brain is like completely, lost it, man. Um, Someone's saying, let's meet up in Seattle. No, I'm not going, listen, I am not going anywhere by myself. All right. So if someone wants to, you know, make a road trip to Seattle, I'll go in it. As long as they're paying for everything. Because you don't understand. I can't even survive to the end of the month. I'm literally every month I'm $100 to $200 short every month now. And I need my sister or brother to either bring me food or take me to the market every month now. The groceries are so expensive that I can't make it to the end of the month. After paying for rent and every day is something. I have to get necessities for the home. Like water, paper towels, all that other stuff, and coffee, cream. You get what I'm saying? Everything just adds up and keeps adding up. Yeah. Well, there's two places I want to go. I want to go to the Seattle Space Needle, and I want to go to uh, Graceland and go on, and also go to the Gatlinburg Space Needle. So they'll go. So I want to go to both needles and to the Graceland. Those only two. Those only places I want to go. Is there any way to make money? No. Not for me. I mean, if I wanted to, I could make thousands of dollars if I were to take donations from the viewers. I had one viewer offer me $5,000 or $10,000 once, and I didn't take it. I'm talking about a viewer. I didn't know who he was or anything. And another viewer offered me their car, and they would drive it down to me, but they said that I would have to drive them back. I was like, yeah, I said I would do that, but I don't want to take your car. I said no, because at the time, but let me tell you something. If I got to know somebody, if they became like friends or friendly with me, absolutely, I would let them help me. But I would tell them I can't pay you back, you know, unless of course I had the money. Then of course I'd pay him back. But I don't have the ability to pay anyone back. Um, like I said, I can't even afford to make it to the end of the month. No, I can't. I can't accept any money. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Because once you accept money, you won't stop. I keep telling you that. No, that's what I'm saying. I had money before I went and visited.
I had saved up some money because of the during the that that pandemic. The government had sent us some money, so I had that money, that extra money, and I had saved that money up, you know, and and um, and that's what I used, and then I lost all that money when I went to visit my crazy supposed wife. That's why I'm penniless again. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you guys. I'll probably delete this video in a few days too. So I'm going to be deleting like a couple of videos from a few videos back. All right, folks. All right, I'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll talk about going to Seattle another time. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End of video. But I'm sorry. By the way, I know that I didn't even talk about other stuff because there was nothing in the news to talk about. I didn't see anything other than the same old, nonsense, with whatever's going on in the Middle East or Russia and all that stuff. But anyway, uh, you know, like I said, I'm not really digging deep into the news either. I'm exhausted. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll do a live stream in like 12 hours. Anyway, folks, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End the video.